Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 378, and today what we're talking about is where should our knees be during the squat? Can they go past our toes? And does it really matter? Okay, so I've been getting a lot of questions coming in talking about torso angle and how they keep on falling over, and this is the thing that I see that's very common. When I see people squatting, and they're the people that tend to fall over. Now, this is assuming two things, okay? One, they're stable where they need to be stable, and two, they're mobile where they need to be mobile. But keep this in mind. When I see people that squat like such, and they fall over like such, and they can't get down past here, okay? The reason why that tends to happen is if you were to be able to cut my body in half and spread it front and back, okay, and add up the weight that's in the front and the back, that has to be equal for myself to stay stable. That only makes sense. I need to be balanced, okay? So, follow along with me here. I got myself a box. I'm blocking my knees from going any far forward than they would, okay? If I push my knees into this box and I squat, okay, not like this is how I would do it. It's for the demonstration, right? If I push my knees into this box and I squat, you'll be able to see that I have to get to a certain torso angle to stay balanced. If not, if I get myself up too tall, I fall backwards. That makes sense, right? Now watch this. If I take that same position, allow my knees to get pressed out, okay, I can keep a much more upright torso position, all right, in the same squat. What happened there, okay? Take and leave apart the thought process of where my knees are. What I want you to pay attention to, just real quick, is where my pelvis is, because that's where the magic happens here, right? If I bring myself right here, and my knees get stuck right here because they're pushing my pelvis farther back, I need to lean farther forward to then stay balanced, right? That would make sense. If I allow my knees and not do anything else different, but if I allow my knees to go outwards, that allows my pelvis to get closer to this box, and I can keep myself more upright because that centers my weight over top this spot right between where my laces would be and my heels would be. So what I want you guys to be able to concentrate on and to look, if you're that person that seems to be falling over, is it because, okay, you are allowing that butt to travel so far backwards, okay? Now, having our butt go back and down is a cue that I use all the time, and I think that it's a very important one. However, just like anything else, it can be excessive. So make sure that you're allowing your butt to travel back, right, before it goes down, and that kind of sets up and allows us to activate that glute activity, but also make sure that you're allowing your buttocks to get close to your heels, all right, so that way we can get down to that full squat, because if we don't, the only way that I can stay there is to lean over, okay? So do that little cue, and the thing to look for is when you're squatting, does your knees pass your toes, all right? Because if it doesn't, most likely you're that person that's pushing your butt way, 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 way back, okay? Doesn't have to be, but it's something to look at, right? So take note. Where is your pelvis in top of your squat, or when you're at the bottom of your squat? Is it really far back, okay? In this case, if my knees are right above my toes, right like such, is my pelvis pushed really far backwards? In that case, I need to lean farther over to keep my balance. Or am I allowing my pelvis to come more over top of my stance, okay? If it is, most likely you're the person that doesn't have problems keeping your torso upright. Sit on that, let that mash around in your mind for a little bit, and until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.